Go, go. The best part about my town in Missouri is that we have one coffee shop in the whole town, so it makes it really easy every morning when me and Maui are deciding where we want to go get our coffee and pup cup. But we're gonna go get our coffee, our pup cup, and I will give you guys some updates in this video. This is a video that I don't really know how to film, so bear with me. I'm gonna stumble through it, and I got stuff to talk about. Mr. Maui, are we gonna pup cup? Are you ready for a pup cup? Well, and no, Maui does not get a full pup cup to himself because he would be morbidly obese if he did. So I have my mom's two dogs here that they all share. Sit. Good boy. Good girl. Here you go, Ruby. Little whipped cream? Little whipped cream? Okay. 2 seconds for Tilly. Good girl. 2 seconds for Maui. 2 seconds for Ruby. All right. One more lick each. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. Yeah, Maui would be way too fat if he had pup cups every single day. All right, so for a little life update for a lot of y'all who don't follow me on Instagram, about like a week and a half ago now, or I guess like 9 days ago now, my dad passed away. And it feels weird even saying that, to be quite honest with you. Like, it just doesn't seem real. It kind of happened very fast, so none of us were really expecting it. It was just kind of, I don't know. It just doesn't seem real. You know, it's like, I thought we had more time and whatnot. And I don't know. It's hard to talk about and say out loud because then I think it almost makes it feel really real, even though it is. But long story short, I'll give you guys a little bit of background here. He had liver issues starting around like June, July. Now, granted, like, he's always had kind of elevated enzymes, and he was kind of like having, you know, like weird tinges of like discomfort here and there, but it would go away. So like every other guy, like, I know I do the same thing. Like, if I have a tinge come up, I'm like, it went away, I'm fine. So he didn't really give much mind to it. And we were like literally golfing and drinking beers together in June. You know, like, I never would have thought I'd be filming a video right now saying like, yeah, my dad is gone. Like, I never thought that was even a possibility in the trajectory of this year. So all that to say, June comes around, his levels are high, and they want to check out some stuff and whatever else, and they think it's cirrhosis. So like, his liver is just like, you know, not in a good place, but he's not an alcoholic and stuff. And so thinking that it's just cirrhosis and like a very bad case, like other stuff started going wrong. So like, he lost a bunch of weight. He started to have his kidneys fail about like a month and a half ago. And so he was in the hospital for a long time. And oh my God, it's so difficult. See him in August at a wedding. Fast forward to like when he gets back home in Missouri from the wedding, it was like later August. He goes in the hospital, kidneys start failing and stuff, and finally sees a liver specialist after a lot of time. Finally get him in and on the books because he had been bumped up to like get the liver transplant before a lot of other folks because of how progressive his liver was in a bad place. So finds out on Monday that he has hepatocellular carcinoma with lymphovascular invasion. So this cancer is apparently very bad, very, very difficult to beat if you even can. Like, it's one of those cancers, from my understanding, like once it's far enough along, it's just kind of mitigating what you can with it. And so we find that out 2 Mondays ago, and basically they're like, you have a couple months left, if that, a couple months, like, you find out. And gets discharged from the hospital Thursday, and they have a pump in his stomach and stuff to help like bile and whatnot. And then I fly out from a wedding on Friday night, see him on Saturday. And yeah, we have our final talk, and even in that state where he was like just so on the way out, he just maintains such a grittiness to him, and it was such a good talk, and we got nice closure. And literally after that talk on Saturday morning, like, it just went downhill so fast. By like Sunday, could barely speak. Monday, pretty much nonverbal. Like, I was like literally lifting him in and out of bed with my little brother and my mom to use the bathroom and stuff. And yeah, like, fast forward to Thursday and he passed. It's like just fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast it all happened. But so everybody got to get back and like see him and say goodbye, which is good. And like, in the spectrum of suffering, like, he didn't suffer as long as he could have, I guess. And that's also a good thing. Like, he went out the way he wanted to. He did not want to really do like any form of chemo or immunotherapy because he didn't want to live a life where he couldn't hunt, fish, and golf and stuff. And I totally understand that. And even if he had to go the liver transplant route, like, there are so many things after that that you can't do. Like, you can't touch fish. You can't do a bunch of other things that he would want to do, and that like align with his hobbies. And so it's rough because, you know, you do like the what ifs, and you're like run all the scenarios in your head. And you're like, well, what if we caught it like 3 years, 4 years sooner? Even then, I'm not convinced that that would have like been the move, because okay, we catch it 3 years, 4 years sooner. He starts chemo. He's not able to beat it, or immunotherapy. He's not able to beat it, and it just like decreases the quality of his life. Then you just kind of sacrifice those last years, and I don't know if that would have been any better. And he lived his lifestyle up until literally he couldn't in June. And so like the reason I'm doing what I'm doing is because of him. He got me into lifting when I was 12. And you know what's funny? Looking back at it now, like him and my uncle were the ones who pushed back against my like dream to be like, you know, any form of like designer for clothes and stuff. Like, they pushed back on that in the sense that like, what are you doing? This is a girl's job, blah, blah, or a woman's job, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, like, he's stubborn as all hell. I'm stubborn as all hell. And that caused a lot of friction growing up. But I will say that stubbornness is what also got me to, you know, go against what they said. I was like, all right, I'll prove you guys wrong. Like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want anyways. And so in the moment, it didn't feel like he nudged me in that direction, but he kind of indirectly did, even though if he wasn't intending it. So yeah, man, it's just weird. It's weird. It's like your life's going on like one direction, trajectory at one direction, and then something like this happens and it just kind of like shakes everything. So I'm kind of reassessing my priorities, and I think where I want to be in life, what I want to do. So I'm going to share some thoughts with you guys on what I'm kind of thinking in the moment, like based off of just like what's happened. And yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't know if you've ever lost a parent like that. I am very, very sorry, because it sucks, and cancer sucks. And if you ever had to have a significant other or yourself or a family member deal with cancer, or a friend, it just fucking sucks. Like, why do we have to have cancer in this world? It's so shitty. It's so shitty. But yeah, I'll take you guys and show you what I'm thinking for the next, you know, iteration of life, because it's looking a lot different than what I had ever imagined. All right, so this is what I want to show you guys. And so, hear me out here, because this is all very still in the works, and I'm still mulling it all around because I'm trying to figure out, I think, life in general. But here are my thoughts. So right now, I'm trying not to make any massive life decisions, obviously, because I'm very much in this very raw emotional state. But I'm thinking what I might do, to be honest with y'all, is I might actually end up leaving Austin in the next few months to move back home for a little while to help my mom out. Like, we have a bunch of land and stuff to take care of. She has this huge house that she doesn't want to leave. And thinking that I might stick around and help out, because also this whole thing has showed me like, damn, like I really want to be close to my family. Had I known my dad only had a few months left, like I would have hung out with him more, or like tried to golf more, or just be around more. So my thought is if I move back home, we have this massive second garage, and we're going to be moving these boats out because obviously we're not going to be using them as much. And my dad just bought, this breaks my heart here. So my dad just bought this boat in like June, literally June, before he got like sick, and brought it home and made the joke of like, oh, like watch, I'm going to die before I get to use it. And lo and behold, he never got to use his boat, and he was so excited about it. He was like a little kid. So it absolutely breaks our heart, because it's like, damn, dude, you had 2 more years till retirement, bought this new boat, and didn't get to enjoy any of it. But all that to say, if I move back home, what I'm thinking is building this into a garage gym and diving into the garage gym space, at least for the next, I don't know how long, but we have all of this room. This is going to basically be completely empty, and we have space to store shoes and socks that I'm going to be shipping from the online store. So it's kind of like opened up this entire new path of life that I hadn't even thought about before. And now I'm not necessarily sold and that's what I'm going to be doing, but it's a possibility. And I feel like for the garage gym space, Like there are a lot of great content producers, but there are also a lot of like really shoddy ones and shoddy media companies. And I feel like diving into that space would be really fun to do, especially with the community that we've built. And then also I just think it'd be cool to like, you know, save on storage space too, but also be able to help out my mom and hang out with my mom more, because our parents are not getting any younger. And this has just been a harsh reminder of just how fast life goes. And I don't know, more and more I think about it, I'm like, I have friends in Austin, but like all my best friends are in Denver, Missouri, or the Northeast. I'm never moving back to the Northeast. That's out of my system. I'll go back and visit those guys separately. But Denver's close. My little brother lives there, and my fam's in St. Louis. So all that to say, if I stuck around for a couple of months to who knows how long, I don't want to put a timeline on it right now, it wouldn't be the worst move. And I'm curious what you guys think about the garage gym build out, because this needs a full build out, and I feel like that'd be a very fun process. So like, we'd have to do the floors, we'd have to do the walls, we'd have to do the roofs and everything like that. And I think it'd be a cool process. Like you just go full Noah from the Notebook, like monk mode, and build this huge thing out. But yeah, like there's so much room in here. There is so much room. We could do so much. Oh, it needs so much work, so much cleaning. I bet there's so many snakes and spiders in here that are gonna scare me. But those are the thoughts. And so I don't want you to think that the store idea is not happening, because the store idea is a go, but it's just taking a different form for at least like the next, I don't know how long. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is roll out the e-com store, and then potentially, like, let's say we dive into the garage gym space. This works really well, we like it. Like, who's stopping us from building a really sick traveling trailer to travel the country and do pop-up shops? And then that way I can come to you guys versus, you know, have a spot just in one city, maybe two cities. Like, but that can be a down the road play. But what about if we started like almost a food truck route? And it's like, hey, I'm coming to you. I have the Rad Shoes Strike Movement tier, all these barefoot shoes with me. I'm coming to your gym to do an event, or, you know, be part of an event that your gym is hosting. I have all these sizes. Come check them out. Come try them on. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad play. I don't know. There's just so many things up in the air. But y'all, thanks for, you know, stumbling through this one with me. This is the whole last few weeks have been so crazy. And to everybody who's reached out on Instagram and personally, thank you for that. And if you've ever dealt with something similar to this, I'm so sorry. It sucks. It really does suck. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bear with me. It's going to be a little bit all over the place with videos coming up. I'm shooting in a different setup. Obviously, I'm shooting from Missouri. I'm in the process of trying to figure out, again, the moving sitch. So I'll be bringing potentially all my shoes back here over the next few months, and then I'll have a studio set up here because we have a full finished basement, and that's where I would be living if I stayed at home for a little bit. And I think I could build a really cool studio down there, to be quite honest with you guys, but stay tuned for it. Gosh, I don't think I've ever got this emotional in a YouTube video before. Oh my gosh, okay, wrapping it. Drop a like on the video, drop subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.